Why do people debate to begin with? People debate because they feel that there is an opportunity or a method by which they can express themselves, though by finding themselves in the opponent's position without being seen as enemies. Debating is not just about somebody talking and somebody opposing. It's not about somebody defending and somebody offending. It is about basically trying to understand the point of view of the other person. Most importantly, in a democracy, it's not about standing for what you believe. It's not about defending what you already feel right about. It is basically trying to understand why somebody else doesn't think like you, and how you try to actually put across your thoughts, put across your ideas, put across your philosophy in a way that even the person who doesn't believe in you, doesn't accept your ideology, doesn't necessarily agree with you, also tries to see your point. To be able to get the other person to see your point, you should first of all understand why the other person fails to see your point. And I think only then a democracy can survive. Debating is not just about throwing your points across to the other person. It's basically trying to see why the other person opposes, and on the premise of that you try to put forth your idea so that the person may ultimately accept or agree with you. Even if the person doesn't agree, it's perfectly all right. See, I think the whole idea of debating needs to be looked at in a different way. It's much more evolved a human activity than the way we actually see it. Today, debating is just a shouting match, like it used to happen in ancient Sparta. The person with the loudest voice would win an argument because the other person would just accept defeat. It's not that anymore. Debating does not necessarily mean that you need to actually go and speak. Debating also could be whether you put forth an idea without exactly expressing it with your words too. For instance, like in the case of a political party, the party may not necessarily go out in the open and debate, in the sense speak it out, but the people themselves get information from both sides, or rather informations from both sides, and the people will decide whose argument is better, or whose point of view is better, whose ideas are better, whose philosophy is better, whose thoughts are better. So debating doesn't always mean that you go onto the stage and scream your heart out. Debating only means that your thoughts are heard, your thoughts reach, and you hear the other person's thoughts too. Where is debating if there is no democracy? What is about democracy? Democracy came into being only because we human beings believed that people cannot all be the same. We all are different, and that is why we need to always find a way to live together in spite of our differences, and that is democracy. Unless we understand that is democracy, there is no debating at all, and whatever debating we talk about is preposterous. I've heard that there is debating even in some of the Middle Eastern countries where there is no democracy in some of the cases, but still they have debates. What debates? Just talk about something. Yes, that's an argument. Arguing about some mundane things, arguing about things that you would just enjoy hearing when it comes to listening to different views. That's not the kind of debating we are talking about. Debating is basically about putting forth your ideas in an atmosphere where there is the belief that always to any argument there is another side too. And that is the beauty of democracy. And debating helps you to see the beauty of democracy. Verbattle perhaps is the only platform where I think we have understood exactly what democracy is and how debating works in a democracy. Verbattle doesn't promote the idea that you have the best argument and you just go and show it off, or you shove it down your opponent's throat. Verbattle basically says, first of all, you try to see what it is to be your opponent, what it is to have another point of view. And first of all, for everything in this world, there is another point of view. For every idea, there is another side to it. So, Verbattle deals with democracy. Verbattle deals with humanity. Verbattle deals with difference. Verbattle deals with that fundamental aspect of human existence, individuality, that each person is different from the other.